recognized.
Well, I thank the Chairman for allowing me to speak in support of the Intelligence Authorization Act. 15 years or so ago, I was piloting the B-1, which is one of the most sophisticated aircraft or weapon systems ever developed. At the time, I was preparing to take on the global threats that we were dealing with, but I was reminded that we live in a dangerous world, and the fundamental responsibility of our federal government is to protect Americans and to provide for our mutual defense. In the many years since then, I would argue that our nation faces even greater threats than those I faced during the times that I flew in the Air Force. Russia is again increasing its role in Eurasia through strategic partnerships, co-opting local officials, and utilizing its military to establish strongholds in ways we really haven't seen since the height of the Cold War. China has dramatically expanded its militaristic sphere in the South China Sea and in other locations. And we have rogue states like Iran and North Korea. They continue to develop and to expand their weapons of mass destruction programs. And of course, there's always the Middle East, a thing that we often think about and that we spend so much time worrying about, that requires so much of our resources. It's only through the intelligence community that we're able to identify and then to respond to these threats. In fact, as we all know, just yesterday we learned of U.S. airstrikes that killed Mullah Mansour, the head of the Taliban. Successful operations like this are made possible because of the great work of our intelligence community. That's why we must pass the Intelligence Authorization Bill. This bill continues to authorize critical national security programs at a time when we face the most significant threats that we've faced since World War II. In my travels around the world, I have this great blessing of working with members from the intelligence community. I see that what they do is dangerous. It's exhausting. It's the dirty work down in the trenches, but it's critical to our national security. And that's why I ask my colleagues to join with me in supporting this important legislation. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.